But that's not relevant. That's completely irrelevant. Your issue is with consistency in the message. The only we're being very consistent with what we're saying is that we don't think love should own gender. We're not saying anything about our beliefs about bestiality. That is that is the message that the LGBTQ movement is trying to spread.
If it's not hurting you, why are you trying so hard to prove us wrong?
No, I'm not. Well, I have to be. I'm questioning everybody. How come you ask me the Christian? I question some Muslim. I'm a Muslim myself. I'm a Muslim myself.
There's no inconsistency in the message of love.
No, but there is, because you're putting a limit. But when it comes to LGBTQT, and there's many other things. It's open. But and also, for example, pedophilia. There are some men who are coming out and saying that why can't they join your group and add a P at the end?
It's talking about we're talking about gender rather than age. We're not necessarily talking about people.
Making a statement.
But no, we're not saying anything about
other people.
But they say we're born like that.
Yeah, but we're not.
That's the argument, not me. That's what they say.
About people who aren't born like most people would think, like as in a strange. Like we're not just talking about that kind of thing. We're talking about people who are being discriminated for the gender they are, not necessarily the age, the gender.
Okay, I'm with you.
If a murderer says they want to kill someone else and they're just like that, you're not going to let them kill someone else. You're going to do everything you can to stop them from hurting someone else. Same with pedophiles. If someone says, oh, I was just born like that, and they want to hurt someone, you need to stop them from hurting someone. LGBTQ people aren't hurting anyone. In fact, we're the ones being hurt by other people.
Okay, no, I understand that. But what I'm saying, this can be argued, for example, hurting. What does hurting mean? Hurting someone physically, or having a harm in a society as a whole. The ripple effects of that's something that needs to be discussed. Because if one says, argument's sake, when I drink alcohol, I don't hurt anybody. But you're the same person, when you drink alcohol, you go crash into a car with kids in there and you kill. So like in Islam, as Muslims, Islam is prevention rather than cure. So meaning, if one person says, I want my right to drink alcohol, Islam says, no, if you're going to have a negative impact on the community, you can't do that, because the community at large has a greater right. But what I was asking you guys, look, I'm not trying to attack you guys, I'm curious, yeah? But when I say inconsistency, I have to. You can do the same with me. When you draw a line with the pedophiles, when you draw a line with incest, I'm asking the question. For example, the pedophile movement, actually bestiality even, yeah? They want to join your group. They even there's some discussion where they're like, why can't? And the LGBT group are denying that. They're saying, no, you can't. But they're saying we're born this way. Why is it that when you're born gay, homosexual, bisexual, transsexual, whatever it may, transgender, whatever you're born, you have a right. But as a pedophile, when I have some kind of liking to a child, and even some of them say, even if we don't act on it, I have that. Accept me as I am, you reject them.
Because they're hurting people. We are not.
Incest?
That's the main difference.
No, but incest. A father and a daughter that's reached the age of 16, they use contraceptives.
Yeah, but that, as we said, that father is in a position of power over the daughter. Like, do you respect your father?
Okay, what age does the child need to reach so they're not in a position of power? Because
there is no age that they reach, because the parent always.
But that could be with anyone. That could be with two gay couples, and one is more manipulative.
Yeah, if someone has a position of power over the other person, in gay couples, if one of them is abusive, then that's wrong too.
Yeah, I know,
but wrong to be abusive.
But if a woman comes and says, I'm 16 years old, my father is not manipulative, and I choose the right to have sexual intimacy with him. How could you come and say, no, he's your father, he must be manipulative, you're overgeneralizing? How is that fair on them and their love?
We're not saying he's manipulative. We're not saying he's necessarily 100% manipulative.
Okay, all right.
We're saying that person is in a position of power over the daughter, right? Do you like acknowledge that?
Well, they are until that person reaches the age of puberty, 16, because they have a lot of rights. They can call the feds in 2 seconds.
Okay, can I ask how is this relevant?
Because what it is what we're just trying to do is what I'm trying to find out is because I feel like there's an inconsistency with the LGBTQT community, and this is where I'm saying, well, there's a contradiction. That's what I'm trying to highlight, and I'm trying to tell me if I'm wrong. So that's why I was trying to have a dialogue with you guys, because it seems a contradiction to your very stance.
Let me ask you the opposite question. Why do you draw this straight line at men and women being in relationships and not at all people of any genders being in relationships?
Okay.
Where do you draw the line is what I'm asking.
Okay, with us, we come from an objective morality where we believe God Almighty has created us and we live in His land and He provides us the sustenance, and what He says, we try our best to follow. Now, obviously, as Muslims in this country, we abide by the law of the land, so you guys can, I'm not here to stop you doing what you're doing, but what we're trying to say is, for example, from our point of view, it's, for example, we believe that God Almighty has forbidden it, it's not permissible. yeah? And not only that, for example, there are many issues as well. For example, it's unnatural. I believe it's unnatural, even though you can say, okay, but it's an animal kingdom, but I can say that's animals. But what I'm saying is unnatural for a man, for example, to penetrate another man's rectum, you know, and that's from our point of view. But I'm not saying you guys don't have
One
to.
moment, sorry. We didn't consent to being filmed.
Oh, I don't know. They do it.
Could you please take that down?
Yeah, whoever's recording.
Blur your face.
Okay.
We didn't consent to being filmed at all.
Yeah, you know.
Nothing.
Okay, all right. So guys, whoever's recording this, they don't want to be in here, yeah, because the speaker's gonna. You get 10 cameras. I can't control them. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
We leave?
You can leave. I just want to make one
Yeah, sure.
Okay, one question.
So, our position, right? I'm just going to sum up on one side.
Sure.
Right, okay, so you say that God said that it's not okay, and that's fine. Like, I completely respect your opinion. From our perspective, it's okay for any adult consenting person who does not have a parental or like familial relationship with someone else. It's okay for them to have a relationship.
Does the LGBT society stand with the words you said, or is this coming from you? The whole parental, the whole parental thing of being manipulative. That's the first time I've heard that.
Most people within the LGBTQ community do not endorse incest.
Oh yeah, no, they don't. But for example, is it because the whole manipulative thing? Because that's the first time I've heard that.
Well, it's partially because of that. It's also partially because of genetic. It's for a lot of different reasons. And I obviously haven't prepared for this. We're just here for that. We haven't prepared for this. I couldn't tell you every argument.
Okay.
But we don't endorse incest, and all we're saying is that anyone who's over a legal age of consent should be allowed to have a relationship with anyone else. And that's fine. You're a really nice guy.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm so sorry again if I was just inquiring. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourself. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's just really that's a nice dialogue here, discussion. Just ask some questions. I think it was quite informative. Goodbye.
This is this. What's this?
That's what I told
I've seen. Sorry, man. Don't worry though. I've seen the video. We're just literally passing by speakers phone. I was going to ask, brother, do you mind if you took a picture of me? What song? Oh, which one?
You had a question.
873.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Officially, thank you.
Are you busy? Yeah.
Thank you.
Which one, portrait or landscape?
Portrait, please.
Is it? What was this? Last name.
No, I've got
It's busy.
What profile picture is this? It's not on any picture profile. I think it's quite chill.
I like that one.
Yeah, no, it's just on nothing. It's on nothing. So do you do the videography and stuff for it? Because I'm actually from Edinburgh. So like I came here with my family, with my cousins, when you see someone like on the screen so many times and you see them in person, because like, you know, a lot of the time people are gotten in and trying to say like things. The way that we do Dawah here, we approach different things like that. It's interesting to see. It's real good that you're nowadays, especially with all people, and you know, this is the kind of it's good to have the opportunity for like people to interact with them. Not much for a while, that's very good. It's a different size of the viewers.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you for your chat as well.
Assalamu alaikum, take care, yeah?
One.